You know those days when you are doubting yourself? When you feel like that you can't step into the next chapter of your life, that everything that you are moving towards suddenly feel more distant and not that accessible to you because you're caught up by this feeling within you, this sense of lack, that you are not good enough or that you can't create the thing that you actually want to create. So these kind of setbacks comes and goes throughout life. We can't really avoid them. Instead, we can choose to embrace them or deny them. So these moments that I speak of when everything suddenly feels hard and that you start to doubt yourself heavily is a great opportunity for you to embrace this state that you find yourself in, because it is your limited self that is scared of this new chapter, this new version of yourself that you are stepping into. So obviously, this will challenge the current self that you are presented as right now. Because it's about change. It's about becoming more of who you are and what you are meant to be. And I am in that situation right now in my life. Because I've been working as a coach for 2.5 years now, with a 1-year break studying theater. And now when I'm back full-time as a coach, I'm creating something that I feel very passionate about and that I want to share with the world and that I feel is missing out there. And that is a sacred community that is more intimate and unique than many communities that you see out there. So I am bringing this to life, and this feels so exciting, and I feel so inspired. And there are moments where I doubt myself a lot, where I suddenly feel like, what if no one shows up? What if there will be no members and I've invested a lot of money and energy into a project that no one really wants, right? That's the kind of self-doubt that I've dealt with a lot today, actually. And just a couple of days before, I felt very inspired. And of course, people want to join this community because it will be a beautiful sanctuary where we can grow together. And I want to build this family-like togetherness with all members inside, where it feels like we have this little space, this little online space that we can call home together. And I want to bring people together and to share my wisdom. And I've given a lot of energy into this project of mine. And I will support all members every week with a group coaching call as well, and do this every week of the whole year and into the future, right? And this feels scary for my current self, to step into this new version of myself that I feel is knocking on my door, and that I feel ready and prepared to do this. And still there is this doubt coming up. So what I am doing here, and what I'm encouraging you to do, is to embrace this self-doubt when it comes up. And instead of feeling and looking at it like a setback, look at it as an opportunity to grow into this new version of yourself. Because I know from my own experience throughout my life that when I started to feel this self-doubt, and then instead I denied this new thing into my life because I was afraid, so I started to procrastinate and to do everything else but to do the thing that I knew was meant for me and was written on my soul. So therefore I just postponed what was already meant for me. And we don't need to operate like that. We don't need to operate in a way where we run away from our own power that lives in us all. Because self-doubt is nothing more than energy that is ready to be released so that you can hold more space for the things that you want to create and who you want to become. The more you embrace yourself in the moments of self-doubt, the more you tap into your body and show yourself that it's safe to be here, even if it feels uncomfortable. You are telling yourself that it's safe and that you are ready to step into this new chapter of your life. And this is an ongoing process. I've been through similar experiences throughout my whole life, and I'm sure that you can relate to the same thing here. When the self-doubt come up, first being inspired, of course, and feeling a lot of energy and light and like, oh my God, this is the path for me. Now I start to feel where I'm going. And then you live in that energy and you feel so good about yourself and so tapped into who you want to become. And then suddenly it's like, you know, you come across this roadblock that is the self-doubt. And it's very easy to be so caught up in this energy and like, you are not good enough. Why should you do this? Why do anyone care about this, right? And the more we give energy to those thoughts and let them grow, the self-doubt becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And it becomes more overwhelming until you can't stand it. So you start to procrastinate and do things that you know will keep you busy from the life that you want to create. So how could you meet yourself with love when this self-doubt come up? One of the ways I like to do it is just to speak about it out loud, to be vulnerable, to let people into that part of myself that I don't want to show, that it's easier to hide, because then I stay safe. But in reality, this isn't about safety. It's just that my nervous system is not used to this new way of being, this new kind of responsibility. I mean, I am investing a lot of money and energy into a project where I don't know how many people will show up. I don't know how many people will subscribe. I just know that this is the path for me right now. And I honor this through taking aligned action, even though it's uncomfortable. And I just know that this will be something very special, this inner circle community that I'm creating. And maybe you have been following me for a while, and you resonate with the way that I present myself and my beingness. So if you are interested of this community that I'm speaking of, it will launch in the beginning of December. So when you see this video, it's probably 1 week away from actually launching. And you are welcome to check it out. And I've made it very, very affordable as well. And it's a subscription-based investment that is very affordable, because I want to make it so that anyone who feels called to join are able to join independently of the income that you have. And that's also a thing that comes up for me a bit, is to promote myself in my own work and to put value in it. That's been something that I've had a hard time doing, because maybe people judge me as salesy, or that I just want money or whatever. Like, that's also the limiting beliefs and all the stories that come up. And I choose to not invest myself in them. And instead, I'm coming from a place of love, where I'm sincerely inviting you, if you resonate with the way that I am, and want to be supported on a day-to-day basis, and get 1 hour or 90-minute coaching every single week, this might be something for you. And I am stretching myself now through letting this project of mine take up so much space in this video that you are looking at right now. And I'm speaking of this thing so that you might relate to the self-doubt that I talked about. That I'm also human, and I also do my mistakes and have my worries. And we all do. And I believe that the more that we can be transparent and let ourselves be seen vulnerably, we can find that common ground of authentic connection. And that is what I'm really searching for here. I want to create a sacred space where authentic and deep connection can be something to expect on a daily basis. So, if you are dealing with some self-doubt right now, give yourself some space to just be in it. Allow yourself to stand in the eye of the self-doubt and just notice how the mind is trying to, like, with all the limiting beliefs and thoughts that come up, and just like allow it to be there without investing yourself in it. And just know that you are on your way. You're on your path towards this new version of yourself that are capable of holding everything that you want and desire, because you have built the somatic body. Your nervous system can handle all the extra pressure or weight or responsibility, because you have moved through those emotions that have kept you safe, but also kept you in the same spot in your life where you might felt a bit stagnated. So now is the time for you to do exactly what I'm doing here. Go for it. Don't postpone it anymore. Go create the thing that you want to see in the world and in your own life. Maybe it's just to take up a habit of exercise again. Or it is to build a business, or to quit your job, or to open up to your partner and become more vulnerable. Whatever it might be, the new version of you that is on its way will be embodied by you faster if you allow yourself to be in the feeling of self-doubt without judging yourself while experiencing it. This is how you tell your current self that it's safe to jump into this new version of you and this new chapter of your life. So this was everything that I had for you today. And if you are interested in this inner circle community that I'm speaking of here, please drop a comment in down below, and I'll give you more information about it and when we are launching. So have a beautiful day, my friend, and I'll see you in the next one.